So when do you feel like you're at your best?
Man, at my best, shit, after a good night's sleep, I get a good rest, you can't tell me nothing. Like, I got more confidence than Barack and Michelle at the Democratic National Convention. And a good meal, like something to eat, I promise you I'm the world's greatest person in the world. I have a routine, there's a level of confidence and level of peace that I get from that routine. And, you know, at times I veer off a little bit, but I think for the most part, as long as I stick to that routine, my confidence stems from the fact that I know that when I show up close to my best, I'm better than most.
When I'm performing, it's such an exhilarating feel that I haven't been able to recreate unless I'm on stage. There's certain parts of a poem that I get really animated, that I get really intimate with. If I can think back to when I was in high school, there were few moments where as a kid, you got to fully be expressive with your body, with your emotions. And I think back to like playing football, that rush, like, you know, the ball snaps, or even at practice, there is a full field of expression. There's no limits on that field. For me, poetry has been the closest field that I can get to it. And when I'm on that stage and I'm fully expressive, those are the moments when I feel as full as possible.
I feel at my best when I'm listening to music. It's music for me. You know, when I've had spaces, and still every now and then I get in my funks, or if I'm in a creative rut. And usually if I feel like I'm in that rut, it's because I haven't been playing enough music. So I'm throwing on my Miles Davis, I'm throwing on some King Kenny, I'm throwing on some Jay or something, and I'm getting back into my rhythm.
I feel grounded now with this new mental health routine that I have, where every morning, I don't care if it's busy or not, I must read my word, at least for 5 to 10 minutes, and I must meditate. And then I pray, and then I journal if I need a little help. That's when I feel the closest to God, because I feel like my anxiety or anything that I'm worried about for the day is completely gone, and now I get to be my full self without the extras. And that's when I can talk to God, which is why I pray last.
Every day I wake up, I'm practicing feeling at my best, meaning that there are days when I get up, especially being an entrepreneur, and it's a little bit tough. But what I do is I start my day with meditation. Sometimes I do it without any help, meaning I sit and I pray, or I sit and I take my deep breaths and I speak to myself, tell myself words of affirmation, all right? But there are other days, majority of the days, I enjoy the guided meditation. It helps me to move forward with my day. And so I would say I'm at my best early in the mornings. You know, I get up, pour into myself, and then I'm ready to go.
If you're talking time of day in the morning, I think, you know, I wake up, I do this thing that's helped me in the last few years. I say mind, body, soul, and I really just want to make sure that I'm touching on all those areas and growing in those ways. I knock that out, and then right after that, I'm in a groove. I work the best, I create the best. By noon, it's a little, you know, you come down a little bit. Yeah, I'm still rocking, but the morning time, I'm doing good.
I really feel my best when I'm eating the way I'm supposed to be eating, staying at the crib, watching reruns of Martin, you know what I mean? Eating something healthy, because we must stay healthy. You know, I always say that if you know me. I feel like I'm at my best when I'm taking care of myself, man. When I stop deprioritizing myself, because as Black people, you know, we come from a culture of needing to survive. Like when I first came to New York City, I was in straight survival mode, you know, and I stayed in survival mode for years. I've been here 6 years. I think this is my first year truly getting out of survival mode, because I felt like that's what needed to be done. And I was getting to the bag, right? But I was slowly deprioritizing myself, you know what I mean? And eventually I would pay for it through panic attacks, through stress in my body, because it manifests in different kind of ways. But that's when I feel my best, when I'm not fucking working my ass off for pennies, essentially.
When do I feel like my best? When I'm consistent, when I'm showing up for myself. For me, I've noticed as I've gotten older, the people around me are very important to me. So having a good structure of people around me, and we're holding each other accountable and we're growing together, is when I'm feeling at my best. I'm eating properly. I'm consistently working out. I'm consistently communicating with people that we're all growing together. That's big for me.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. When I'm around my kids, when I'm around my brothers, when I'm around love, bro, like for real, I love my alone time. Don't get it twisted. Like I love those moments that I just get to be alone and just be by myself. But when I'm around love, bro, that's when I'm really like at my best. It doesn't matter whether it's romantic or friends or family. Like when I'm around love, that's when you're gonna see that version of Kev that people like, yo, I like being around Kev, you know? Cause I love being around love.
At my best when I'm around love. I think like community, being around my community of people who I know, who care about me, who can hold me accountable, and who want the best for me. I feel like that's definitely when I feel most loved.
When does Jeff feel at his best? I would say when I'm in my creative bag, or when I'm doing things of service to others, whether it's youth and young adults who experience the same experiences that I've experienced and going through foster care and adoption, other complexities that one might face, any trauma that they looking to overcome. So I think that's when I feel my best, when it's not really about me, but it's about how I'm leaving an impact on people who might be experiencing certain things, lived experiences and stuff like that.
I think Black and Indigenous people overall, we are naturally community-based. And because of that, I feel that power and surge when I pour into others and pour into community. When I'm putting the battery in somebody's back or championing someone else's dreams or someone else's goals, for sure. We live in a hyper-individualistic society, so we're taught to worry about yourself and get your own money or gatekeep and don't share information and whatever may have you, but I'm the opposite. I rather like share my resources with my tribe.
When I'm around good, positive energy, friends or an event, drinking tequila, can't leave her out. Helping others, connecting the dots. When I said I'm gonna do something and it comes into fruition. I have a slogan that says, where there's a will, there's an Oliver. When there's an Oliver, there's a way.
It depends on what we're talking about. I can't say when I'm at my best, but when I get the best work done is oftentimes like when my back is against the wall. When you have something to fight for. I'll give you a real life example. So I'm going on 1 year marriage, and last year before we got married, these days, you pay for everything out of your own pocket. It's no family, it's no like wife's father to come in. So we pay for everything. We got married in September, and it was the whole summer, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna grind. And we were able to just grind out literally and make all of the money for the entire wedding probably in about 2.5 months. We cashed out the wedding. Like, we didn't owe anyone anything. We paid all the vendors off 100%. And when your back is against the wall, I feel like oftentimes, well, I should say, I know I produce my best work because there's no other option. That could be a bad thing sometimes, but I think sometimes it's a good thing.
I feel at my best. Damn. When is that? I think as a man, I don't even know how to describe that for you. Like, when do I feel whole? I know when I'm feeling like grounded. After therapy session, I'm grounded. I think after a big achievement, I feel elated. But whole, I think that's like the journey I'm probably going on right now, where it's like finding wholeness within myself. So I'm not going to give you some like cliche answer, but I don't have the answer for wholeness. I have the answer for different types of areas of my life where I feel some type of contentness or some type of inspiration or aspiration. But we're still working on the wholeness, because your boy's got to find the answer if he wants to create a family and create like a healthy situation for like the people next to me and behind me when it comes to generations.